All around the world, there are things going on behind the scenes that the majority of the public are kept in the dark about. Top secret research bases gathering terrorist intelligence, military laboratories working on chemical weapons, and even extraterrestrial life research. It all happens behind closed doors, in some of the most secretive and highly guarded bases in the world. So, from a Chinese submarine base that was only recently discovered on satellite imagery, to one of the UK's most forbidden centres, believed to house everything from alien bodies to the plague. Here are 5 of some of the most tightly guarded and secretive research centres and military bases around the world, and the rumours surrounding their purpose. Keep in mind, these are the ones we know of, and there are no doubt ones that we have no clue of their existence. Sit back and enjoy the video. Yulin Naval Base. In 2008, satellite imagery confirmed the rumours that China had built an underground nuclear submarine base on Hainan Island. The discovery alarms both the US and India, with many questioning China's strategic capabilities as well as its military intentions. Very little is known about it, but we know the base has a large sea entrance that allows submarines to enter the underground facility. The tunnels are thought to lead to vast caverns that are capable of hiding as many as 20 nuclear submarines, and is large enough to house aircraft carriers. The positioning of the base is near the South China Sea and the Strait of Malacca, giving China an ideal location to protect disputed territories, such as the Paracel and Spratly Islands. However, unlike other secret bases, this one is not in a remote area. It's just a few miles from the bustling city of Sanya, which is a popular tourist attraction, and immediately next to Yulin Bay National Resort. So it's not as if China was trying to hide the place, although it is well camouflaged. They just did not tell the rest of the world it was there, which makes you wonder how many more bases like this are there. Over the years, since its detection, the base has increased in size, and it's unclear exactly what China's true military capability is, although it's thought by many conspiracy theories that it's all part of China's aim for world dominance over the US. And who knows what they could be protecting in this base or any other secretive places that we do not know about. The Negev Nuclear Research Center. Located in the Negev desert near the Israel city of Dimona, is a nuclear installation that Israel insists is a research facility for studying atomic science. As you can imagine, it's long been believed the reactor is being used for the production of nuclear material that could be used in nuclear weapons, and as Israel maintain what is called nuclear ambiguity and refuse to either confirm or deny this, it does raise suspicion about what is being produced at this highly classified site. They are certainly protecting something, as the place is heavily guarded and practically impenetrable, with the airspace above the facility closed to all aircraft. If anything does manage to stray into the airspace, it will and has been shot down by Israeli fighters. It's been claimed by a former worker at the plant that there is a top-secret underground facility directly below the building. The supposed worker, who had fled to the UK, was soon tracked down by a female agent who lured him to Italy, where he was captured and taken back to Israel, where he was tried and convicted of treason and espionage. At the time of his arrest, reports in the UK media indicated that Israel had the resources to make 20 hydrogen bombs and 200 fusion bombs. In 2004, the reactor was thought to be so unsafe that authorities issued potassium iodide anti-radiation tablets to thousands of people living near the facility. In recent years, the site is believed to be vulnerable to attack from Iran, and was temporarily shut down in 2012. Subsequently, Hamas has attempted to fire rockets at the facility, although to date their efforts have been unsuccessful. There are still ongoing investigations into the truth about this place, and Israel's intention to build nuclear weapons in this secretive facility. Pine Gap, Australia. Located around 20 kilometers from Alice Springs in Australia, Pine Gap is considered to be one of the most secretive and important intelligence sites in the world, and has been the centre of many conspiracies. It's run by both the Australian and US governments, and employs over 1,000 people, and the exact details of what goes on there is pretty much unknown. What we do know is that the facility collects a wide range of signals intelligence using the big white radomes, with each one containing a satellite dish, and also provides early warnings of ballistic missile launches. All this was taken into consideration when building the base, as its location is so remote that spy ships passing in nearby waters are unable to intercept signals from the base. It's also perfectly positioned for US spy satellites to be controlled as they pass over the part of the world that includes China, North Korea, the Middle East and parts of Russia, which led to some protest groups arguing that links with the US makes the station a terrorist target. However, the Australian government disagree and believe the base is crucial to national security, and was fundamental when supporting the Iraq and Afghanistan wars in the wake of the 9/11 attack. But there have also been questions about what else goes on in there, and the facility was named by CIA whistleblower Edward Snowden as one of 3 locations in Australia that uses the controversial PRISM surveillance program that in effect invades the privacy of ordinary citizens through their online activity. Other theories claim that beneath the facility is an underground network of tunnels where the elite can escape in the event of a world catastrophe, or that alien technology is being researched there. Over the years, there have been stories of UFO sightings in the skies above the base, much like the US's Area 51. One thing's for sure, Pine Gap is shrouded in secrecy, and it does make you wonder what exactly they are hiding. Useful military communications to keep the world safe, or answers to extraterrestrial visitations from space. What do you think goes on there? Raven Rock Mountain Complex. This underground nuclear bunker is located near Blue Ridge Summit in Pennsylvania, and was built in the early 1950s for the US government to evacuate in the event of a nuclear attack. Although it's fairly remote, it is in proximity to the White House, the Pentagon, and Camp David, which serves as a retreat location for the United States President. Burrowed into the rock with 4 portal-like entrances, it was constructed at the height of the Cold War, when the risk of a nuclear attack was a real possibility, and was designed to house up to 3,000 high-ranking government officials who could continue to govern the country should a global catastrophe occur. Thankfully that did not happen, although it is believed that Vice President Cheney spent time at Raven Rock in the weeks following the 9/11 attacks. There's also been speculation that there is an underground tunnel from the plant to Camp David, although there is no proof of this. Despite the complex being over 60 years old, it's still an important building for the US Department of Defense, and they recently made the facility an official part of the Pentagon. This means it's a highly forbidden place, and even taking photos or drawing pictures of it is an offence, although you can somewhat view the place on Google Earth. Anonymous accounts from people who have entered the facility describe it as a small town with individual buildings and a network of roads, although all of this is unverified. One thing is for sure, the place is highly guarded, and who works there and what goes on inside is unknown. Porton Down. Porton Down was established in 1916 in response to the German gas attacks during World War I, and is the UK's most controversial and feared military research base. It's located deep in the English countryside near Salisbury in Wiltshire, and is the place where Britain's top secret military research is carried out. Yet surprisingly, many UK residents do not know of its existence. It's sometimes known as the Defence Science and Technology Laboratory, and employs more than 3,000 scientists, with an annual allocated budget of £500 million. However, the place has a dark and checkered past, and even today, few people have any idea what goes on there. Post-World War I, the base remained open on skeleton staff, but was utilised again during World War II, and developed chemical and biological weapons, such as nitrogen mustard, anthrax, and botulinum toxin. When World War II ended, the base remained active in its development of chemical weapons to stay ahead of the Germans, and in 1952, VX, the highly toxic nerve agent, was developed at the facility. However, during the development, servicemen were being used as guinea pigs, and rumours began to circulate of unethical human experimentation. These tests actually led to the highly controversial death of leading aircraftman Ronald Madison. Aged just 20, he had liquid sarin dripped onto his arm during tests for nerve agent toxicity. In recent years, it's been alleged that unknown medical strains, the Ebola virus, and even cannabis have been tested and developed there. It's also been reported that Porton Down uses animals for testing, with suggestions that monkeys are exposed to anthrax and pigs to E. coli. However, the facility does deny these claims. The truth is, Porton Down is so secretive that no one knows what exactly goes on there. Although it's been acknowledged that the laboratories contain samples of some of the world's deadliest pathogens, including the plague, and it's been claimed that Porton Down was the place the alien bodies were taken to after the alleged UFO crash in the Berwyn Mountains in North Wales. So that's 5 highly secretive research bases that we know very little about what goes on inside, apart from speculation and rumours. I hope you've enjoyed, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.